Hello and welcome to All Time Gaming. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Alex, and unfortunately Chris couldn't be with us today because he had to return some videotapes.
But regardless, Jonesy, we're going to crack on with it. And back in the mists of time, well, the 1950s to be more specific, the first video game was played on an oscilloscope, a simple game of tennis.
And over the next 60 years, video games raced to keep up with current technology, such as motion control and wireless controllers to enhance their gaming experience.
But the trend has begun to work the other way. Video game developers have designed such fantastical technology that it's the rest of the world that has to keep up with them.
So these are 6 examples of real-life technologies straight out of a video game.
It's been around since Wolfenstein. The heads-up display, or HUD, is your easy-to-visualize guide to the digital world you inhabit.
And we would be screwed without it.
However, as HUDs don't really exist yet in real life, it's been accepted that for the truly authentic shooting experience, you've got to reduce the HUD as much as possible. Google Glass made a valiant effort, but you look like a bit of a twat wearing them.
They weren't anywhere as good as an actual HUD. They had a little stupid thing up in the corner that you had to go, oh, what am I looking at?
Realistically, they left contact lenses to lead the charge. In August 2016, researchers from the University of Washington found a way to convert Bluetooth signals to Wi-Fi, allowing for implants such as contact lenses to receive and transmit information.
The future is here!
Oh. Not only that, but Samsung filed a patent in 2014 for a contact lens which senses eye movement, holds a small display and a camera.
That's right,
Jonesy. You're taking pictures out of your eyeball.
Oh, do you know what? That sounds awesome. At the same time, it's kind of pervy.
Japan has that thing where cameras on phones have to have the shutter noise so people can't take perv pictures.
Is that really true?
Apparently it's true. I wonder if Japanese crazy future contact lenses will have that too. So you're just standing next to someone, they're not holding anything, and just start to hear ching, ching,
and their eyelids have to close. Yeah. Snap! Suddenly this isn't such a great idea.
While it's only a patent, the tech has been tested before. In 2014, Google invented a contact lens with an integrated camera which would sit near the outer edge of the pupil. And in 2011, another team from the University of Washington developed an 8x8 pixel LED display on contacts, which is reportedly improving constantly.
If you stick a friggin' camera near the edge, and then you stick an LED display in the middle, and they're going to be so uncomfortable.
You just get the adverts where they're wearing these things and it's like, it's ultra comfortable, and they close their eyes and you just see this big bump on their eyelid as it all protrudes outwards.
Their eye starts bleeding.
Yeah.
It's just like, is it?
The major problem though, Jonesy, apart from cutting your eyeballs to shit, is power supply, which is likely to be from a wireless remote supply pack held somewhere on the body.
This is brilliant.
It's a flawless plan. Now, despite all these potential issues, which, I'm sure are being worked on, all of this suggests that the technology to allow for a Call of Duty or Battlefield style HUD isn't too far away.
2 words, Jamie. Power armor. Everyday useful technology.
That is 2 words, yeah.
There you go. The go-to for mad bastards everywhere, from Samus to the Brotherhood of Steel. Power armor is that defiant statement to the world of do your worst before life metaphorically and sometimes literally shits on you. It's also the final state of humanity before everything goes south, which is why its partial existence should be a cause for concern. DARPA, or the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, yes, that is a real company, has been working on a lightweight exoskeleton designed to take some of the stress off a soldier during a long hike. Obviously, this isn't really true and they just watched Aliens too many times, really.
Yes, or played Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
So yes, this looks very impressive, but it's a little too tame for my tastes. Where are the hulking robots that we want from the games? Well, in 2012, the HAL 5, developed by the ominously named Cyberdyne company, is a full-body exoskeleton system designed to help patients with physical disabilities and partial paralysis.
Wait, so not shoot anything?
Not yet, but that's, I think, the next stage, maybe.
Gotcha.
Yet it also found use in disaster areas. In the aftermath of the Fukushima nuclear incident and tsunami in 2011, the prototype HAL assisted in the cleanup operation and has since been adopted by at least one construction company. That's cool, but what if you want something a little bigger, Jamie? Something more imposing?
I want some Matrix Revolution shit.
Well, look no further than the Raytheon Sarkos XOS-2.
That sounds cool.
It does sound pretty fucking cool. Extra strength, greater endurance, with the ability to lift 200 pounds with reportedly minimal effort and punch through menacing wooden boards. Non-menacing, they always are. This is basically those mech suits from Edge of Tomorrow. Strap some armor to that bad boy and give to a genetically enhanced monster, and you've got a Space Marine right there.
I guess so.
No, not sold? Although they're not quite as
I
big as
need
that.
a Pacific Rim mech suit.
Oh!
Which is basically not even a mech suit, it's just a giant robot that you control.
A giant robot man that you're inside.
Yeah.
You want to be inside a giant robot man?
I want to be inside a giant robot man.
There you go.
I want to feel his oily insides.
That's a different machine right there. But the Japanese are working on that too.
Yeah, I bet they are.
So there you go.
But Jonesy, as cool as all that sounds, and you did sell it to me, what happens when the power armor inevitably fails and you land up with a physical injury? If this were the Mass Effect universe, it would be no biggie. Slap some Medigel in that sucker and get back to work. However, for the rest of us, a serious wound would, if not kill us outright, be the cause of months of rest, recuperation, and laborious therapy. It's boring getting a huge wound, Jonesy.
I hate getting a huge wound.
Yeah, you have to sit around for ages before you can do anything boring. Only not anymore, because a biomedical engineer student from New York University invented a gel which can bind wounds together, and it's not superglue.
That's pretty cool, although apparently superglue was invented to bind wounds together.
The gel, called Vetagel, is an algae-based polymer which is injected directly onto a wound to seal the lesion. The way it works is surprisingly simple. The algae is put into the gel and forms bonds at a small level with the cells of the cut. This creates an adhesive mesh which both binds to the two cut sides of the flesh together and forms a natural scaffold for the body to repair itself within minutes.
Holy shit.
Still with me?
Kind of.
Do you know what the most important thing about this gel is, Jonesy?
Go on.
It actually works. Vetagel entered mass production in 2015 and saw a rollout to vets across America and Britain. The ultimate goal, according to inventor and CEO Joe Landolina, is to see FDA approval and an expansion into human treatment. So there you go. Medigel in almost everything but name. Carry some of that with you and you can run into battle without a care in the world.
How long will it be before someone just puts that on someone's bum? I need to shit!
I can't poo!
Now, Jamie, name the best toy in Batman's arsenal of gadgets and weapons.
Batarang.
Shut up, you're wrong. It's of course the grapple hook.
Okay, I'm with you.
The ability to clamber over buildings, grab enemies from a distance, and to rappel to gliding height is vital to your everyday, pointy-eared, leather-ass wearing experience. I know that's something that you would find very useful on your daily commute to work.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the grappling hook, but I'll wear some leather.
But it's not just the bat that has this weapon. Assassins Jacob and Evie Fry have been outfitted with the gadget, and now some mad bastard has decided that what the world needs is an antiquated steampunk-style unsafe grappling hook launched from your wrist.
I'm in.
Yes, YouTuber Colin Furze created the gadget and proceeded to demonstrate just how dangerous the bloody thing could be. I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks cool as hell and it works off CO2, which looks easy to replenish, yet just look at this. You're dangling several feet off the ground with nothing but a small electrical winch and prayers to several deities between you and a passable impression of Christopher Reeves.
Oh,
harsh.
Wheelchair joke.
That is a bit wrong. Also, the speed of the winch is pretty underwhelming to say the least.
Unless we gave it to a kid. I bet they'd go faster.
A really light kid?
Yeah, kid.
I've got
really
a baby.
Gangly. It goes zooming off.
He'll love it.
Yeah.
Imagine you're running away from the Templars after cutting up one of their mates, you launch the grappling hook for a dramatic getaway, only to realise that you're going to ascend so fucking slowly that by the time you're 2 feet off the floor, they're close enough to poke you with their pointy sticks.
Sure, everyone's got one. The pointy stick.
The pointy stick. Aside from that, there's also the fact that it's bulky as hell. For both Batman and Jacob and Evie Fry, that's just going to get in their way. They need to be fast and dynamic, Jamie. They don't want some clunky looking...
And sexy.
Exactly. They don't want some big bulky thing getting in their way. Yet for all that, I'd have to say, I'd buy it.
Of course you would. Jonesy, the grappling hook ultimately is a gadget. It's a secondary thing.
It is a gadget.
I'm all about guns.
Guns, baby.
The weapon of choice for video game protagonists everywhere. From the humble musket to the bizarre electronic superweapons of the future, it's never been easier to get your gun fix without doing anything as dangerous as genuinely firing a gun. However, there are a few differences between video game gun fuckery and real-life gun fuckery.
Pray tell.
Most notably, like, one of them will kill human beings and the other one won't. But, for example, there's auto-aim, ammo counters, homing bullets, the trifecta of lazy soldiers. Fear no more those sofa warriors, because science has made it easier than ever to accidentally shoot your mum.
Brilliant.
So for the lazy, there's the Tracking Point XS1. The $17,000 Linux-powered gun tracks targets for literal auto-aim. So initially, you have to track the target by pushing a button near the trigger. The gun then makes note of where the target is and how far away it is and begins to track it. But here's the thing, Jonesy. When you pull the trigger, the gun will only fire when everything's lined up so that it fires the gun to shoot the target when it's in the position it needs to be.
Holy
You can't
shit.
miss.
That's very scary, in fact.
It's a very scary thing. A gun that takes fuck all skill, but will still complete your mission. Then, Jonesy, we've got something for the blind amongst you, which hopefully there are zero, but if there are, welcome. We now have homing bullets. DARPA, because of course it's DARPA, they've developed X-Acto rounds, bullets that maneuver in flight to adjust and hit their targets. Then finally, for the enumerate, there's bullet counters. These small computers are clipped to the side of your weapon and counter the ammunition left by recording the recoil of each shot. So now, not only do you not have to aim or adjust your fire, but you can just let the bullets fly. We are slowly moving towards Titanfall's auto pistol.
Now, mind control can be considered morally grey at best. It's not as evil as outright torturing someone, but then at the same time, some of us think hypnotising someone into making love to a chair is an acceptable piece of entertainment. So who knows?
Those are your weekends, Jonesy. I'm not going to...
It's my weekend.
I'm not going to get too deep into it.
And while the antics of Scarecrow or various Jedi are questionable, they are at least, thankfully, fictional. They don't exist yet. Or do they? A drug derived from a plant in the nightshade family is said to produce the drug scopolamine, which has been said to cause complete loss of inhibitions, memory loss, and extreme suggestibility, Jamie. In short, mind control.
I watched a Vice documentary about this drug. Didn't seem quite as cool as the way you're making it sound, but let's go with it.
Okay, please believe me. What is scopolamine, I hear you say? Well, it's a tropane alkaloid that can be used in very small and controlled doses to combat nausea. Yet, for as great as that is, there is a darker side. In Colombia, approximately 50,000 scopolamine incidents are reported every year, and it is usually used to incapacitate targets for robberies. Contrary to reports, the vast majority of these incidents are not from powder being blown into the face of strangers, but most of the reports tend to be from nightclubs and bars where victims, both older, wealthier men and young women, have had tainted drinks and collapsed. The drug induces amnesia, which makes identifying the attackers difficult, and in that weakened state, they are several times more suggestible. This makes incidents of robbery and rape much more likely and puts a decidedly nasty light on that Jedi mind trick you thought was oh so cool.
So those were 6 inventions which video games arguably did first. Are you as scared as we are about scopolamine? Let us know in the comments below, and don't go to Colombia.
Give us a like and subscribe. I mean, we can't force you, but we'd like to.
And if you enjoyed this video, why not check out our list of 6 weapons in video games that we'd like to see in real life, and we'll see you next time.
Oh, Jamie, thanks for this drink. That's very kind of you to get
That's
me,
all right.
get
Just,
me a drink.
you know,
I'm just going to have a quick...
Are you feeling suggestible?
I'm feeling suggestible.